And we're back. Okay. For part 2 of episode 12. Um, so, as Dawn starts off, we had one thing. I think Gale, you had something to ask me. Uh, Microphone.
Um, as Gale is usually an early riser, could she have heard the end of the discussion between Heinrich and Salida?
Um, why don't you make me I kind of want to make you choose either a wisdom, or actually I want maybe do a stealth. Go for stealth because
Uh,
you're trying to listen in without being noticed.
I don't know if she's trying to listen in without being noticed. It's just she wakes up. It's more the
Okay, go for
yeah.
perception check. Go for a perception check.
Okay. Oh, great.
Yeah, 13. Yeah. No, no, I'll
I was loud enough.
yeah,
I
I
was
guess as well.
seriously, I was not caring if someone heard me. I was not being sneaky or something. It was literally like face to face telling what I felt.
Yeah.
And Salida was
I think you
peeling
would
the
have
potatoes and so on. So
I
I mean,
kind of so
that's a
yeah.
bit of activity.
I think that with the 13 you would have might have caught really the end of the conversation,
Hmm.
which is
Yeah.
basically the yeah, maybe the confrontation, the whole part about, I'm just a poor tourist, so that no, you are not poor.
Mm.
That kind of thing. Um so yeah, enough at least to maybe understand that there was a conversation with Heinrich that
Hmm.
you might want to ask him about. Um or but yeah, you wouldn't have gotten the full conversation. Um so but anyways, you were going to have time to talk without Selita in your uh so for the as the rest of the camp awakens, um the rain has completely abated. It's just the
Nice.
gray. So you just have the actually the skies has cleared, and you can already on as the sun has come up, you can already see some of the steam sort of rise from the vegetation. It's going to be a very hot day. But not hot enough for you to. It's dry and sunny, but it's going to be you're going to feel that heat coming down as you no longer have to cover the trees.
Hmm.
Um, as you are eating breakfast, there's a bit of a surprise. Most maybe when Inete says that she'll accompany you up the mountain. Eku expresses she will guide you to the base of the mountain. She will show you the path to go up, but she herself cannot take that path.
Okay.
And Salida is basically saying, "I'll just she'll wait for you guys, but she'll wait for you for 2 days, and after that, she considers
I
the
look at
contract. No, she'll wait for you for 3 days, and
yeah.
without sign for 3 days, she will decide that's she's off."
Will a very localized storm over your camp be enough if we are delayed?
Yes, let us do that if you wish.
Oh,
Though
I can.
that is basically saying, "Oh, watch out for the leaf falling on your head in the middle of a jungle." So,
I'll send you a message.
there, that is a practical use of magic.
And Gail is just shifting her finger around, and probably that there's just a bit of electricity crackling.
Uh, let's see. Let's roll for.
Oh, badass. Oh, badass. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she can't really hide. There's a bit of when she sees you do that, you can do see that there's a bit of she does have a bit of a crack in her, going, "Oh yeah, yeah, just yeah, I know how she's seen how powerful you are." And as much as she understands that she's flirting with danger because she's flirting with very dangerous people, yeah, she kind of knows that. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I know you're powerful. Um, and so yeah, you break camp. Um, using the means that you have at your disposal to dry most of it. It's going to be a bit.
Yet drying is not going to be a problem.
No, but unfortunately, packing everything into the portable hole is, as you are basically in, 2 to 3 centimeters of water, and so finding a flat
Uh,
space is going to be difficult.
I would say we leave the tents with the guides.
No, but you're not yet you're not yet at the footcliff.
Oh,
There's still a
okay.
full day of
Yeah, okay.
travel
Yeah.
up to the mountain, and then you'll
Mhm.
be going up.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, because as you can see, you can probably see on the map, um, you're about 2 squares away. Though I think you would have
Mhm.
maybe moved a bit for. Doesn't really matter. So yeah,
Yeah.
basically you've got a day of travel to the. At which point, and I'm finally getting to you, Gale. I apologize for the rest, but towards the end, as you're walking through, there is a moment where you could kind of take maybe taking the lead with while Eku is up in the distance, sort of pathfinding um, towards the marshy terrain. You come up towards um, oh, what's her name again? Kumari, where right where Vroon is. If you wanted that conversation.
Probably maybe with the fact that we couldn't use the portable hole, Kumari would have taken a part of the charge.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah.
Um, I tap on Kumari, just lightly, very lightly, just going to Rune and saying, "She's doing all right."
Yes.
There's
He's
there's definitely a sort of a nudge, sort of a nudge of the head towards you for as you rub her head.
he,
Hmm. I'm still amazed by by those beasts.
mm, well, you have some amazing things up north as well.
Yeah, to each his exotic animals, I guess.
Mm, you,
Rune,
oh, go on.
you never told us because I know you've got a bone to pick with the Flaming Fist as well.
Hmm. I think Schultz has a bone to pick with them.
Yeah, but I have the feeling that you more than most Chilton.
Hmm.
I mean, seeing how they have some in their employ, how Salida just shrugged at their presence, not really reacting.
They are like vultures.
Yep.
They came to a place where they knew they would not be welcome and still tried to pick it clean. And they have very little respect for any authority but their own.
Yeah.
And they are always more than happy to follow along on any reasons to belittle any other people, any other creatures, anything different.
Did they give you a hard time in Port Nyanzaru?
They did, but they were sure they were worse than others, but honestly, a lot of people are pretty terrible.
Yeah. You're not going to hear me say anything else?
It's good to know that there's also people who are not terrible. I am happy to be traveling with a group of
Good. Faye. If we can restore your... Would it be faith? No. If we can restore the dignity of some humans in your eyes, that's good.
Well, it helps that you are not trying to swoop in on a place that had just earned its independence from a just have another northern nation. But we can try.
Hmm.
It is very disheartening when you finally see freedom for a nation and to see the people that occupied your lands leaving to have others come and try and claim it in their stead.
Yeah.
But now, Chult at least belongs to Chult.
That's true. Gale, she seems, and you don't need an insight check for that. She seems to have a bit of a mixed feelings on your last affirmation. Like, Chult at least belongs to Chult. She's not 100% convinced that that's already the case. You've been very silent. Um, what do you think of our guides? You're the local here. You probably understand them better than we do.
Well, we've already, of course, found out some things about one of them. I am convinced the other is hiding secrets of her own.
She's too vindictive for it to be otherwise.
There's a lot going on in that one.
She kind of looks like she's fighting the whole world and trying to convince everyone of her worth.
I mean, in that sense, familiar.
Would you have a preference?
Between the two?
Yeah.
Well, I already had a preference. I think that preference is now more confirmed. But perhaps if we find out more about Salida, I might still change my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not sure what drives her. But I'm fairly certain it's not just a matter of money.
She did say that she was that she was eager to go with us until the end, until wherever we want to go.
I'm sure she has her reasons.
Yeah. It might even be as simple as getting out of Port Nyanzaru for the longest time she can.
No, I got the feeling that she was, in a sense, in her elements in Port Ninjaru. But whether it's because of the people or because of the influence she had on people, I do not know. But she's a smooth one. She knows how to befriend people, seems. Hopefully we'll find out more about her.
Mm-hmm.
You want to ride Kumari for a while?
No, I'm good. I suffer less than the other two from the heat, you know?
Oh, yes. But she doesn't mind. And the most comfortable seat is still right behind the bridges. Slightly smaller at the neck.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Heinrich, you tired?
Yeah, 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 a bit. What? Why?
You wanna ride?
You seem like look around a bit like a little kid and like start to run to Kumari. and like
And of course, Kumari then like lowers her head already.
you ever see like a little kid on like a carousel going around? You see like Heinrich like very proudly sitting around and like.
And you can. There's definitely a moment where I mean everybody notices this, right?
Yeah.
There's definitely a moment as Heinrich, you're looking about, sort of like Selida looks at your air, has a sort of smirk and shit, and you can just read on her lips, rich.
Should I hold person her or should I?
And she just turns back. She keeps walking.
I toss a coin to her. Hey, she's looking for it.
Yeah, and you know what? She'll pick it up. She'll put it to her purse, and she said, and sort of just smiles and just keeps going.
I
I think
start to
Inet. I think.
speak.
Yeah. You. At the moment where you start to speak. Actually, no. I want to know where everybody is at this point. So Eku's up in front, definitely. Salida not too far away from her as well. Sorsha, where are you?
I'm probably not far behind, trying to ease my way through the jungle by staying behind Kumari.
Okay. Yeah, and most likely Inette is right behind you. She's been trying to you noted that she's been sort of avoiding you just a bit. Not necessarily avoiding you because you can't really avoid, but you notice that she'll try and sort of steer away from your attention.
Hey.
Sorry, Heinrich, why I interrupted you. I just wanted to know where everybody was.
I'll just curse in Celestial, very softly but loud enough. I will say in a sort of angelic voice, I will say, one day, I swear to God, if someone says again that I'm rich or underestimates me, I will burn everyone to the ground. And I swear, and I start to curse in
Okay,
Celestial.
the thing is, I don't think there's actually any. I mean, I don't think there should be a podcast discussing about this about how would certain words be what words would be the celestial equivalent of a specific word in English, as in
Yeah.
the same way I don't think that would be um there wouldn't be a word in infernal for friend. It would just be the person who owes me a favor.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm wondering how what would be a celestial curse, and I think you just pretty much I most likely think I would imagine that there's only that the idea is that I will rain fire upon their house and the following and salt the following generations is just one word. There's just one word for that. There's sort of the doom of the heavens. I will bring the doom of the heavens onto this person. Mm.
Yeah, and after that, he just summons Nugget, the little bird, and put it on his shoulder and enjoys the ride.
Okay.
And and if there's a moment I see Sorsha too tired, I'll offer a hand. Wanna join?
Well, I think if I take any grip with you, we'll be both falling. So, yeah, let's do our best and see what happens.
As soon as you grip Heinrich's arm, Gale gives you a boost up.
Oh yeah, that's why I don't think there is enough place on Kumari for all our stuff and Heinrich and Sorsha.
At that moment when
There,
she
I just rolled for it. There is enough space.
Okay, so then
It's gonna be tight.
yeah, because
I got him.
Sorsha
I got
really
him.
wants for everyone to just come hold on. So if it's a bit just, she'll politely decline, but if it's okay, she'll hop on.
Mm.
Why not? So she probably look at Rune and yeah, no, maybe.
Mhm.
There's just a nod, and I think there's like a nod, and then also Kumari nods, and
Mhm.
Okay. Well, thank you, both of you. Yeah.
Okay.
and we continue to ride.
Okay. As you continue walking through the day, as I mentioned, towards midday you start really seeing the jungle starting to fume. There's this um the at some point around midday, where the sun beats the hardest, you can really see you can feel the heat and the evaporation coming off the plant, sort of lifting you up. And at some point, despite being sunny, you are soaked to the bone as the water sort of rises up towards back towards the sky. As you keep moving forward, the you start getting a bit. It's the incline starts towards Mbala proper, and you start hitting rock rather than soggy marshland or ground. At that point, you start realizing that, okay, you are picking up the pace. It is getting easier to walk, but ever looming above you, above and in front of you, almost taking completely the horizon between these, the forest tree line, is this huge pillar of stone.
Mhm. Have we seen more terrafolk flying over?
So ever so often, so you will have, there will be yes, regularly you'll have the terrafolk, one or two sort of flying over, trying, and maybe coming down towards you, maybe sort of out of curiosity. They've noticed you, they've seen where you are. Maybe with a blast or whatever, you manage to sort of maybe shake a few off.
Mm-hmm.
But they are definitely looming around.
Okay.
I'll order Leroy to fly low.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna slap a mage armor on myself.
Okay.
Just gonna put a little piece of leather on my torso and cant a spell, and we're gonna cast a little mage armor on myself.
Perfect. Right.
Mage armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Other than that, the day goes. Let's see. Mhm. Right. Okay. Um, as you come up to the cliff, towards the end of the day, and you start sort of setting up camp. Let me see. Let me see. I just rolled something that might actually be interesting. Can somebody roll me a? Wait, where are you? Oh, okay. There's actually a full table for this. Okay, could somebody roll me a d20?
Who wants to do the honors?
I
Gale?
can.
Do we want a
Okay.
higher low?
I have not
Gale,
read.
you said
I have not
Let's.
read.
I'll go. I'll go.
Okay.
15.
15.
and suddenly a dragon appears. No!
Oh, we can make a dragon.
Yes.
No. We're at the start of a mountain. It's
Yes.
rocks fall, everybody die.
End of campaign.
No, no, a dragon, please.
Yeah, a dragon. Of course she wants a dragon.
I want a dragon.
No, what you do find as you find a at the bottom, as you're stepping onto on a rock. You can see there's a of sort of a boulder, maybe sharped, well, not completely smooth boulder, so you can see that it's been broken off or sheared by time or by weathering. And you can see that there's a fairly dark patch of color at the top of it. And lying underneath, you actually find a body. The body is. It's difficult to tell. The body looks, in Waterdavian terms, it would look like maybe a month old, because there's not much left of it apart from the bones. But in this case, you're in the jungle. It could be days old. You're not exactly sure without properly looking forward into it. However, you notice that the bones are shattered, and from all the way from the skull to the shins, everything, the bones are completely shattered. You do find um, the clothing has been ripped or torn or been sort of scurried away, except for maybe the heavier leather outfits, so leather armor that this humanoid was wearing, the boots, maybe you can see patches of what looks to be maybe sort of studded leather armor. A There's an empty scabbard that seemed to be for some sort of rapier, sort of thin blade. You can see that there are other that on the he had well they had on their back a bracer of knives, throwing knives, which are completely smashed and bent, and you can see that some of them have started to rust.
Okay. Is there any piece of identification? Any group could have any group sign or anything?
No. Well, there's
Okay.
a not that you would make me a history check. Let's see. This is not about you recognizing, is in me determining if there is one or not.
Okay. I don't think so.
Yeah, okay. There is no identification on this. What you do by the bone structure, you might guess that it was a half elf, but other than that, there is nothing. Um, you do find a couple of coins, um, sort of that maybe rolled over. Yeah, so maybe what two? Let's go for a handful of silver. Uh,
Just,
yeah,
just out of
29 silver.
curiosity, just out of curiosity,
Yep.
can I just gaze upon the items and see if there's anything of arcane nature?
Yeah, sure, but there's nothing magical left. No, the armor you can see is beaten and there's nothing magical
Okay.
upon the person.
Okay.
Um, Actually, you know what? Roll me a d100.
Oh crap.
Let's
Okay.
go. Let's do this. I haven't rolled on this table yet, so let's go. Yeah, go for it.
Let's do that.
Okay, fingers crossed, guys.
There's nothing.
Eh.
Well.
Chronal shift. I roll again.
Mhm.
No, that doesn't work.
Very strong chronal shift.
No, unfortunately, no. Or maybe, um, but yes, everything seems to indicate a smashed body, dropped from a great height,
Yeah.
or fallen from a great height at least.
Is there any sign that it could be from the mountain, or are we pretty sure it's the Terra folk who
You're about a kilometer away from the mountain at the
Yeah, okay.
moment.
Yeah.
Well, I know I'm gonna prepare a feather fall for next morning.
Right.
Could come in handy.
Okay.
Could come in handy indeed.
So consider that I've already rolled 3 or 4 times on the weather of Chult. I'm gonna keep it dry and sunny for your ascension. um, the so we'll move. Is there any other conversations you want to have before you move upwards towards the mountain?
At some point, I think if Inete is still awkward, Sorsha will just like, if you have something to say it, Inete, please, because I feel that.
Are you one-on-one, or are you saying this in public?
Um, Probably when like we're there's the two of us close, and she's trying to get away. So maybe not around a
Okay.
campfire, but
Um, Inette, she said, nothing. No, nothing to say. Nothing. Just a lot to process.
yeah, okay. And does that implies making me feel like I have two heads? Just asking.
I normally I would make a joke about inquiring how would you know how it feels to have two heads. But I am afraid that if I ask the question, you will answer that you've actually felt that.
No.
I I do not understand you people. It is I came down here for following visions. Visions that I have not had clear up since we've arrived at the basin. I am lost. I I thought I was following a purpose. I thought that the gods were showing me a way to escape the dull destiny that was mine back at the temple. As I look upon you here, I feel even more lost. I do not see why I am what I am doing here. I should have just sent you along and just waited for you to return or a message from you. My purpose here is Heinrich said something yesterday about healing. Yes, I am a cleric and I do have the power to mend bones and flesh. But and as she probably sort of maybe this is around the time you've just seen the body. It is, but sort of how
The
many,
purpose
how
is
much
what
hurt can I really do? I saw the people at Camp Vengeance who were dying on the spot, rotting in their beds for the ideals of someone they followed. I see you hurt every time we come upon a danger in this jungle. And each time that I mend your wounds, that I apply my magic to help you, it is a reminder that in some way I have brought you here. Each wound that I mend is my fault to begin with.
you're not making any sense to me.
If I were making sense to myself, then we wouldn't have this conversation.
That makes sense. But uh
I I am following you up that mountain so that I may to myself prove that I have some sense of being here.
nice. So you're making your own purpose. I don't think anything wrong with that. And yes, you're lost because you're starting, you're making choices. And if I understood rightly, you didn't have to make that many choices back to your temple, but you are making your own choices now. And you say we are powerful and everything, but don't you think we started somewhere, surrounded by powerful people and horrible things? and that we felt brave and mighty. No, we didn't. And you started hard. We didn't started that hard.
Well, that
So
is. You will have to tell me about that as we climb the mountain.
yeah,
Maybe it'll help me keep my attention off the ledge.
if it allows you to cut yourself some slack, I can tell you that story.
She nods. And so you start telling her the story of the how
The
you all
beginning.
met,
Yeah,
your humble beginnings.
yeah.
Okay. So it all started in a day of Waterdeep, and there was an explosion. Or no, we were in a bar, and then a troll came up.
Yeah.
That's how it started.
True that, true that.
Okay. I think the next day is the evening as you step up and you make camp underneath the cliff is basically any conversation that you might have is turned towards the practicalities of the next day.
Yeah.
It is preparing rope to link each other up. Eku has a fair amount of knowledge with regards to advice as to how to climb the road around Mbala, um, but also deflecting any other question with regards to what's going on top. And at some point it is clearly made clear. Well, it's clearly understood that she's not going to answer any of those questions.
Okay.
And even at some point, Salida stops teasing her about it, realizing, okay, this is starting to get a bit too. Anyways, what does happen is that both of the guides will be staying below, but they will also, in order, and Salida sort of offers her help in this as well. They will be creating a large bonfire, very heavy smoke, basically to attract attention from the Terrafolk. And basically, they are going to bring the attention of whatever Terrafolk might be in the area towards this campfire, making a ruckus and making sure that you are covered for your ascension. But they
Okay.
don't know how efficient it's going to be.
I look at the others and say, this can be a double-edged weapon, so I'm gonna ask you, if at some point the Terfolk are starting to attack us, I can cast a fog cloud to cover us. However, we're losing visibility.
All right.
Yeah,
We'll probably decide in the moment how effective that could be, but that is something to keep in mind.
I've prepared Featherfall to assure that we don't end up like our friend not far away from here. And just out of what has been a long time, I've prepared my. I will slow time around them if they are getting too much and too annoying.
And if any of you is, I don't know, grabbed by a terfolk while there's fog, please yell to lift the fog, and I can cast fly on you, so you don't come down too harsh. But I would need to see you, so.
Yeah. So that's why I say fog cloud is a bit of a double-edged weapon.
Okay.
But nice to have it.
Okay.
Okay.
It's not that big, also, so we could just step out of it.
It doesn't follow you around, does it?
No. It's static. And if there are winds of more than 10 miles an hour, it's going to dissipate
Yeah,
very
you're
quickly.
going up 600 meters. There's going to
Yeah.
be wind.
Gonna dissipate. Okay.
As the early morning dawns, the weather is dry and sunny. I just rolled it. Um, and
Okay.
a good day for ascension.
So you're saying the winds are going to be quite.
No, what I'm saying is that the fog cloud's not going to be at a certain height. The fog cloud is not going to be very efficient because
Yeah.
it's going to be moved aside.
Okay. Anyways, it's one of my always prepared spells,
Yeah.
so it doesn't
Okay.
matter. No,
You
it's.
go
I
ahead.
could have chosen an. If it wasn't, I could have chosen another spell that would have been more interesting, maybe.
Um, Salida and Eku accompany towards the north side of the mountain, where and as you're moving up around, you start noticing that underneath the brush and underneath the elements, you can start seeing elements of maybe a stone pathway. The almost, but when I'm talking pathway, it's not just your simple. This would be 4 to 5 meters wide. So great, sort of almost an avenue, and you can see underneath the brush, you can see waystones, or you can see flagstones that have been sort of dug up or shuffled to the side. There are ruins here that belie the fact that this flat land was just that. And the evidence continues to show itself as you come to the northern edge of the mountain, and you can see what the 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 crumbling of an old gate. Um, as you see a winding way cut into the stone of the surrounding mountain. So this is not your mountaineering, this is not your mountaineering path. This is a path that was dug in, cut into the stone for people. It's just been disused.
Okay.
As you start the ascension, it's you the fact that it is sunny, the fact that it's dry, and you thank the gods for that. You would not. This would not be pleasant if it was in a rise. And you get through it. You get a fairly steady rhythm going as you and you really sort of wind around the mountain, really as a corkscrew. It takes you about 4 to 5 hours to complete the whole thing, and you are not bothered by the terrafolk, who seem to be either absent for the moment or maybe taken by. However, this is what you see. So, um, uh, let's see here. Um, right, as the characters climb higher above the tree line, they are treated to a stunning view of the surrounding wilderness. Across the Aldani Basin to the southeast, they can see, floating in the air, the heart of Uptao, and nestled in the jungle to the west is the ziggurat, a stone, a very large stone um, stair-like pyramid. And I'll actually put it on the map.
Ooh.
So somewhere around here?
Cigarette.
Yes, somewhere around there. Why would you know that?
Because it's west?
Yes, well, that makes sense. So right here, there's the.
Okay.
And it is, I mean, from what you understand, it doesn't take much to understand that that might actually be Oralunga, your next step.
Okay.
Okay.
Vroon, I think you're muted. I heard you. I saw you mumbling.
Yes.
Um. Let's see. Is there right. Do any of you sort of stop and look out?
Certainly take in the view and try to get as much of references.
Okay.
And if a few of us are on Kumari,
Mm-hmm.
we have
No,
all time to
Kumari.
look.
No, so Kumari
No.
is
Okay.
not going to be able to make the ascent. Definitely not. It is the paths are usually 5 feet width, and Kumari is wider than that.
Yeah.
Okay, so good
He's a big
on
girl.
Warlord.
She's a big girl, and as you're walking maybe halfway up, you're starting to realize, okay, no, this is you need to cut through brush.
Yeah.
You need to cut. No, there's no way she's coming through.
Yeah, and then I'll probably just go like, time for you to
I
take
looked
a break,
through the
girl.
road.
Okay. For those who are looking to the horizon, why don't you make me a perception check? Maybe you might spot
Yes.
something else.
Let's try it for fun.
Nice.
Nice. Ooh, wow.
I saw that. I saw that, okay?
I don't know what I saw, but
Yeah.
we saw it.
Exactly.
It has been seen. Yes.
Hey, look, we didn't.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That was disgusting. But then again, it was a statue in the middle of ferns. You could not miss that for the world. Anyways,
Was
no,
Wasn't it
anyone.
the giant gator?
So anyone above a 20.
Mhm.
And Heinrich, you might take a while to notice this, but directly into the line of south, a couple of 100 miles away, above the green, as you can see, the green canopy sort of spread out apart from the empty part of with the Aldani Basin. You notice a sitting on top of the canopy, a bright blue patch.
Where would it be on the map, approximately?
Let me get you that in a second. Let me just make sure that it's blue. Yes, it is blue. This would be right here.
Okay.
Where?
There's an X here.
Yeah.
Oh, way more south. Okay.
Mhm.
So beyond the plateaus, beyond the whole thing, you hit this
Uh,
bright blue patch of and Gale, this might be confirmation bias or whatever, but as you're looking towards it, you kind of feel like there's they look like the sails of there's a structure, it looks like there's a ship.
mhm. Is it like
It you can
what?
I mean, from this distance it's difficult to determine the
Yeah.
actual
Okay.
the actual shape of it, but your first reaction, it looks like a ship you would see on the horizon, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But sort of with this bright blue spot and sort of a ship right there.
Okay. So yeah, it's probably too far to determine either material or anything. If it's stone, if it's
It's sitting on top of a wooden canopy, so
yeah. Okay.
no, I
Okay.
mean
No,
you can see it move. You can sort of see it
it's
move
moving.
with. You see it when I say move, it's with the canopy. So if you see the
Okay.
canopy moving about, it will. So it really looks like a ship on its side with this blue patch
Okay.
moving about on a sea of trees, a sea of
Okay.
green.
Wonder what our guides would make of that. There are probably legends. There are always legends.
Maybe. Um. So. About 100 feet from the top of the plateau, as you're moving about, the path becomes cut rock, as in
Okay.
marble type cut rock and stairs. And so the last 100 feet you do on clean, smooth stone steps. And as you come up to the top of these stairs, again an archway is set in stone. Um, right. So steps are cut into a 15-foot wide crevice, and scenes of jungle predators, flying lizards, and erupting volcanoes are carved in shallow relief upon the walls in ways that make creative use of the natural shape of the rock. The stone steps emerge on the top of a plateau beneath a once grand but now decrepit wooden gateway. The gates that seal this entrance are rotted away. Only the rusted iron hinges and reinforcing bands remain, and in their place are a heap of human skulls. Picked
Lovely.
clean, picked clean of all flesh and bleached white by the sun, they grin up at you from the roadway and down from atop towering mounds.
I'll turn towards Vroon and ask him.
Rune is looking intently and going like,
Eku did say there was an evil up here. Do you think you could?
there's already
Maybe-
like a.
Yeah.
Okay.
Narrow
how,
down.
how is that until the end of your next turn? Okay.
Yeah.
So as you step onto right, okay. Um, at first glance, as you sort of sniff the air and trying to find it, there are no presence of either what is it, celestial fiend or undead.
Yeah.
You do not detect any such presence within 60 feet of you.
Okay.
Now, to paint the picture more clearly, so you have this archway, and basically the doors have been replaced by piled up skulls.
Yeah.
However,
Is
Can
it
I-
like, but that's not desecrated then, or?
no. You're not. No.
Okay. That's
Right.
good.
Consecrated or
It's also
desecrated.
consecration or desecration. Yeah.
No. This is not hollowed or unhallowed land in any way. No.
Okay, can I have a closer look at the skulls and try to determine um, how they've been picked clean? If it's someone or an animal or something gnawing immediately at it, or if it's human, or how they've been picked
Yeah, okay.
clean. If we see traces on them or something.
Yeah. Sure. Make me a medicine check.
Okay.
Oh, nice. So you do notice that there's as you glance, you can't really take the time to examine each and single one because there is
No.
a mountain of them, literally. But as you start looking close, you can see that some of them that there are multiple, first of all, multiple sizes. So you see a bone, you see some where the bones have maybe cracked. Some of them you seem to be sort of maybe cleaned over, but with fire. So you can see that they've been sort of there's
Burnt.
traces of burnt or whatever. That you know the bone is sort of cracked a bit. Others seem to have, you can see nicks and scratches that could be um, done by animals or a few you're not exactly sure if it's by the weight or whatever, but you only see, for example, the faceplate. So the skull itself has been smashed.
Okay.
It's difficult they all seem to have been, there's no one reason for all of this, let's put it that way.
Okay, yeah. And so the skulls are different sizes and different.
Yes,
okay.
you do see most of them seem to be human. But however there are maybe adolescent or children as skulls
Yeah,
as well.
okay. And they're all approximately the same they've been put there at the same time. It's not like the skulls down are way older than the skulls up, on top.
No, they seem to be. Well, it's difficult because they've all. I mean, that's the archaeologist
Yeah.
in the audience probably will tell me or be screaming at me. No, you can determine the age of a bone, but just by looking at it. But I don't know. So let's say that with the elements and with the blanching of the skull from the sun, it's difficult to determine if they actually do have if there's an age difference between them.
Okay. I have a sinking suspicion that this was the population of Mbala, but
It seems probable.
I'll advance slow and steady, I guess.
Actually, sorry. Now that I'm actually reading the text, and on a 24, you do actually notice that what seem to be scratches, and at first you're going, and I think the idea is you look and you're going, I can't really determine thing, and then there's one of them that where the markings are a bit more pronounced, and you do see sort of streaks of sort of pointed, what you think might be teeth, so something is being gnawed upon.
Mhm.
And then as you sort of look to the back and you're realizing that those marks and nicks seem to be of the same nature.
Okay, so there are markings on them.
Yeah, they're markings, they all show signs of being gnawed upon. But you're not
Okay.
exactly sure by what.
Okay.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna tap Mage Armor on myself. I'm not feeling at my ease.
Fair enough.
not planning to die devoured.
Yeah. So
No.
as you come to the gate is completely, in a sense, sealed up by this column, by this wall of skulls. But it is not too difficult to go around it. There's the evidence of an old wooden palisade that may have gone around the entrance, but is now completely gone.
Okay.
Go around.
Yeah, we'll go around.
Okay.
I feel very uncomfortable crushing skulls.
Yeah.
So as you step onto the plateau, the wind is definitely picking up, and there's a sense of definitely a sense of vertigo as you look about and you realize that you are above the sea of clouds. Um, the and it's while you just see, for example, and on the sea of clouds, the only real things that you can actually notice are the heart of Uptao, just the top of it,
Mm-hmm.
and then the highest point of this ziggurat to the west. As you move about, you can see the evidence here of a city, large stone pathed roads between what seems to be the remains of wooden or thatched houses. Um, if any of you have played Diablo 2, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Evidently not. Okay.
No, I did. I did.
Basically, I think it's Act 3. So in the jungle, towards the end, you have these basically these empty sort of stone columns that were support to something but have completely fallen away. Um, you're starting to think that looking about that this was more than just a simple village. There were, while a lot of the stone work, a lot of it was wood. Um, the the buildings did have a certain amount of stature and importance with regards to their size
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. The only structure that you see still intact is a lone hut about 1,000 yards southwest of the gate, at the edge of a boulder field. The hut is made from thatch and animal hides stretched over the rib cage of an immense reptile. Animal skulls, wind chimes, and totems of feathers and shells rattle in the breeze, and smoke drifts from the hut.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but that doesn't really feel um strike me as welcome. I am a good person living here kind of place.
More like a witch in a bread, yeah,
Yep.
the bread house.
My,
I do not know which story you speak of, but
my.
Yeah.
Some stories
Universal.
are universal. So okay, what would be the marching order? Says the GM, trying to saying no, nothing's
think
wrong. What is
I
your?
think I think Vroon takes the lead.
Okay.
I'll be second or third.
I'll be next to Vroon
Okay.
because my curiosity is a bit is peaked for the moment.
I'll
Okay.
be taking the rear, sending Initiative next to Sorsha. I'll be taking the rear so that if anything jumps us, they have some defense from the
Okay.
back too.
I
Eh,
will
and
move.
and I will call over Inite.
Oh.
Go, come here,
She'll step up.
and I like with the hand with the ring on my finger. I grab her hands and go, "Thank you," and I cast Warding Bond on her.
Okay. So what does that do?
For 1 hour, she has
Plus
plus
one
one bonus
bonus.
to AC and saving, and has resistance to all damage, and any damage that she takes, I take as well.
Right. Okay. Yes. So I'm basically dividing the damage by 2.
Yeah.
Between the two of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Well, that goes. So her AC goes from 10 to 13. So that's from 12 to
Right?
13.
Right. Okay.
Okay. At first. I mean, the wall. She is spooked.
Yeah, but I mean, like I think that's sort of the point. Like Vroon is also spooked, and he's like, "Yeah, whatever's going on here, here, let's put some extra
Right. Okay.
defenses up."
So actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete a few of these columns because I don't like there being so many. There we go.
Kind of feels like meeting a real, being about to meet an actual boogeyman.
Okay, I've placed you on the map.
Let's see where we are.
So a quick
Okay,
shout
there.
out to the person. So I found this on an Imgur or Reddit. So this map is actually made by Hexachromatic, and
Nice.
I actually do have also by somebody from the internet a handout to show you about the setting itself, and I love this piece of art. So this is made by Incarnate on Reddit. This is absolutely fantastic art, and yeah. So there we go. I'll put it to the side right here. So warding bond. Okay. So let me continue. Vroon, I believe you can just yeah. Well, um, I know, but that is meta, right? So a creature shuffled slowly about around the hut, hunched over in an animal-like posture. You realize it's a human woman, impossibly old, crippled by arthritis, blinded by cataracts. Her dark face and bald plate are outlined with streaks of yellow clay, suggesting the shape of a skull, or perhaps it's her shriveled flesh creating that illusion. Um, you would be about 70 feet away by the time you notice the hut and the creature shuffling. Yes, she's right here. Yes. As you step up forward, you notice that among the trees, sitting on top of the hut, sort of eating some kind of fruit or nuts or whatever, um, is indeed a flying monkey. And you actually do notice that among the trees there are a few others that are quite visible and seem to be sort of crying out as you either in alarm or warning or mockery as you step forward. What do you do?
Cautiously step forwards more.
Cautiously, yes.
Okay. By the way, just a second. I will put in Laryl. Um, I am not forgetting Laryl. I'm just not putting them there because. Um, okay. Do you have access, Sorsha? Can you manipulate the? Yes. Perfect. Okay. Right. So. Yeah, so you just come up into range, and I'm guessing specifically to identify the creature. No, um you do not detect any undead or fiend or celestials in your midst. Uh, nope. As you can see that she's sort of crumped up, sort of closed, sort of hunched over, and she's pulling out she's um, putting things in a sort of a large cook pot, and she's sort of waving with an arthritis hand to the monkey, and you can hear her sort of um, making cooing noises or trying to sort of maybe calm it or communicate with the monkey in some way, um, and the monkey sort of drops down. She pets him on the head and sort of takes from something that he had in his hand and again puts it into the pot. And grabs what seems to be the end of a stick, which you would probably expect it to be a large ladle or something. Sort of starts turning around the pot. Um, as you're close enough to see what she would look like. I actually have a full handout for her. There you are. Yes, most likely. Yep. Actually, looking at it, I would not say it's human. No. I mean, looking at it, look. No, I'm thinking most likely it would be a flying monkey skull. Actually, as the as you get closer, the monkeys start, sort of screaming and yelling, and making noise, um, including the one who's just next to the woman, and she sort of shouts out um, in in a language you none of you know. Nope. Um, Rune, would you know ancient Chaltian? Probably not. No. So it's like it's like hearing Latin for the first time. So you understand. Yeah. Yes, I know. No, 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 no. That's your own. That's your own. Um, but yes, she calls out, and the din of the monkey sort of falls, and she turns, and again you see that it seems that she's sort of looking for you, almost by ear, in a sense, sort of listening towards your footsteps, and first in the same language she calls out, and then turns, and then this time she in Chaltian, um, she goes, "Who is there? Visitors? You come to steal my soup? Hmm? If not, I have nothing else, so go away." Yeah, you would speak Chaltian, yeah, yeah. What is up here? And who are you all? I hear one voice, but I hear many more footsteps. If you are to be my guests, you will be polite and introduce yourselves. Come! You are 5. Hmm. Is that a number or a name? Well then, I only hear one voice. Come. Um, she replies, this time in common. And he says, hmm, if they are not to understand the old language or the new, they must understand the newest. Hmm? Ah, a second voice. A third. If my old mind does not mistaken, 2 are left. Hmm. Courtesy is to be given when received. Please step. And who is the last shy one? I would hear her voice and know her character. Inette sort of looks to you, Gale, as you're right next to her. It's like, what do I do? Do I answer? Um, she replies, I am here, grandmother. Um, uh, thank you for allowing us in your presence. Um, so yeah. Uh, Well then, come, sit. If you have made all this way up, then those legs must be tired. Please, let me be your host. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Laryl is staying away from the wooded areas. As the last time it went up towards Monkey Noises, it got a very, very nasty surprise. Okay. Hmm. Well then, if it is not my soup, what has brought you here to Imbala? Yes, once, a long time ago, but that has disappeared now. This story is not a happy one, but not a lot of real stories are. There are. I was here with many people. This city was a city filled with life and laughter and movement. But those things attract others who would prey upon them. A nest of terra folk set themselves in the cliff, not too far, and over the years, the months and the weeks, they would come and feed upon the population. Of course, some would try to grab sticks and stones, but these were not warriors. These were creatures of the mind and of curiosity. All their strategies based on preventing people coming from below, not expecting the danger to come from the skies that they so longingly stared at. I can hear the size of your ears, luck beast, and I know that you have heard me. They are off on the cliff. Oh, and what is that then? No, I have done that. It is a story of respect and somewhat of my own defense. I cannot go down. I cannot leave this place. I am cursed to stay here in Mbala, living out the end of my days because my body cannot climb the bottom to the bottom. Maybe you will bring me down, hmm? Move me to a new city, and there I can be taken care of like the elder that I am. If I set up the skulls to make sure that people would not come up. They would see the skulls and they would flee. Okay, go ahead. Insight? Okay. Fair enough. I mean, no, 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 no. You don't need to. He has advantage. Um. Uh. So, yeah. What exactly you're trying to Okay. Here's the thing. What is triggering your? What part of the story are you trying to? Uh huh. Yeah. It's the skulls seem to have been there for quite a while, right? Yeah, we're sure about that. And she seems to be quite old. So technically, those skull it could I mean, it could have been 50, 60, 70 years ago, right? That she put up the skulls. But there is definitely along those lines as even if you are okay, let's put it this way. Even if okay, I'll use the ring as the advantage. So with the 12, actually, you're starting to say, no, but wait, yeah, she could have. You're sort of working your way in. I said, maybe she did this a long time ago, and now she really actually is trapped because when she used to be able to go down, but now she can't, right? But then you do feel the ring about you sort of slightly start to burn in a sense of no, no, there is a lie there. She sort of snickers and says, mm, okay, now you managed to confuse the GM.
Well,
I don't exactly understand. She's probably much brighter than I am, so I don't exactly know what you're trying to get at.
the evil of the story, basically, because you know the story of the crocodile who crossed on the human's back,
Hmm.
and so are you the evil of the story, basically, as the evil of the
Ah,
place? That's my question.
okay. Are the evil? Is
Are
it?
you the scourge of the place?
Mm. Well, that would depend on who's telling the story, the crocodile or the human.
The
Crocodile or
human.
man? To man thought he was tricked, but in other stories, man is the winner, the victor, and he is called a hero. So if I am crocodile, am I hero or villain?
Well,
Or
it
neither?
depends.
The story said crocodile was a trickster, and
Yeah.
man was foolish enough to listen. So who is the villain? There is no villain in life.
Well, say that to those skulls. I think there is a villain somewhere.
And I have told you of this. Did I not? I forget. I
But
forget
my
many things.
you didn't answer. I is a crocodile.
Your question does not has no meaning to this. I am a crocodile, I am a man, I am an old woman.
Are you?
She at some point she turns towards you and says, I am not a young woman.
I
Nah.
I just look at
And what is this? What is this that we could converse without you introducing yourself? You are in my home,
That's true.
accusing me of being a crocodile. This one
I
does not listen. She sort of pointing towards room. This one cannot see. One cannot speak. What is
I
this? What band of you of here? Have you come here to torture me with your? Hmm.
We have come with questions, and your answers make little sense.
Most
uh,
answers do not make sense. Those are the interesting ones.
oh, I want to
Answer,
do something.
answer me this: what is in your soup?
Hmm. Let's see. I actually have something for this. Uh. Hmm.
take, be careful, Heinrich. You're losing sanity right now.
Guys, I wanna do something,
I
but I
know,
think
Okay.
because with what your guys are saying right now, I want to try something, but I think if I do that, we're gonna start a fight, and I don't want to do that.
Mm.
I think starting a fight's fine.
Like how you guys are implying it, I almost want to cast a dispel magic on her to see if she has any illusions on her or something. Because like how your guys are telling it, I'm like, I want to try, but I'm gonna
Mhm.
wait. I'm gonna wait for the moment. Wait for the moment.
Question: while all that discussion was taking place, I would have taken a closer look at the around us,
Mhm. Okay.
just to try to get a sense of the state of so
Yeah. Okay.
this, for instance,
Right.
is
So
that the tent or what?
no, no. So you'll
Okay.
find the tent is here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right.
This right here is a cistern. It's a you can see it on the image, the incarnate image.
Yeah.
It's basically a well in a sense. It's a
Okay.
water reservoir. To the north, right here, there, just above just above the wall, you can see there seems to be sort of three graves, sort of piles of
Mm,
earth where people would have been buried.
Okay. Yeah. There.
Um,
Right.
yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
The cauldron, to which yeah, the woman says, "I it is monkey broth, monkey or rabbit, I forget. It depends.
uh-huh.
They do. I do not see what they bring in and they put into the pot.
That's
She
a terrible
thinks
roll.
That's a terrible roll. That is a terrible roll. Oh, yeah.
gonna roll
It
that
smelled no.
also.
Yeah, sure. Um, yeah. It smells like no, it wouldn't be no. It would have been rabbit rather than monkey. She would not said monkey. That is my mistake, not hers.
Okay.
Yes,
It smells like rabbits?
it smells like rabbit with
Uh,
a lot of stuff inside, but other stuff, as in vegetables or whatever. But yeah, it seems like a.
All right.
Um, actually, you can see that actually one of the monkeys is holding sort of flies by and brings her a there it's a yeah, it's basically a sort of long lizard that the monkey sort of brings in, um, pushes up, and she just sort of stumbles to catch the thing. Again, sort of breaks the neck of the lizard and starts basically sort of with with a sharp sort of stone knife that she keeps at the back and starts sort of skinning, and says, "Ah, yes. If go get some more. If they are to be eating here, these impolite people, then we will need more to put into the pot. Go get some more. And you, the big one, go get me some more water for the soup."
Vroon is really standing there like
Don't.
he's not moved a muscle yet.
Yeah.
One thing, I'm gonna look at the group, at
Mhm.
all the group, and I'm gonna just give a physical sign of what do we do. I'm looking at everyone. What do we do? And I give a nod, and I'm just putting myself in a position, meaning that if, and I'm pointing to you, that if you give me a go, I will do something. That's what I'm clearing with body language towards Sorsha.
And I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
You're gonna take okay. Kazatek thoughts?
Mm-hmm. I mean, Rune is on the brink of jumping anyway, so Heinrich is also, so well,
Okay.
might as well.
So yeah, could you?
Oh yeah, sorry.
No,
Uh,
it's just that whenever you cast. So is that your ring coming off? By the way.
oh yeah.
Okay.
Where it is? Where is it? Detect Thoughts.
Okay, I just need to. Oh yeah, okay. So what happens? Yeah, for the save, right? But can I get the text so that I can give you what you need?
Um, Until the spell ends, you can focus your mind on any creatures that you can see within 30 feet.
Okay.
The creature you choose has an intelligence of 3 or lower. It doesn't think it.
Fair
Yeah, well,
enough. Right. Yeah.
that's not
No, she has
the
more
case.
than that,
Yeah.
and she's within 30 feet.
You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature that is most on its mind
Right.
that
Okay.
moment, and as an action, you can go deep or switch mind.
Okay. So at first the main thought is that she's hungry and would like these people to just settle down so that she can eat.
Okay.
Um, and it's a lot of the surface thoughts is about being bothered, and it's a mixture between being hungry and being annoyed about these people that are bothering her, basically.
Okay. I'll go
Hmm.
deeper.
Okay, and that's when I do the wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, you can. You can.
Okay,
The
that
DC 15.
well, she rolled above that. I rolled a natural 15.
No shift. You can roll again.
Yay.
That is a 13 plus 2. That's a 15.
Chronal shift. Do it again. I have to.
Can you? I don't think you can do multiple times on a
That,
single
that's
roll.
your.
You
That's
did
your call.
already.
It's a reaction, right?
I think it's a
Oh, wait.
reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll use it
Then,
one
Yeah,
time.
then,
okay.
yeah, you can only do it once.
Oh man, that would have been awesome.
Maybe.
That would have been okay. And I counterspell. And I counterspell. And I can't fucking counter.
Yeah, like
Oh damn it!
No, but maybe my I have, like something to disrupt her.
Okay, just so as she
Kind
rolls the
of.
save, she rolls the save, and again she sort of turns her ear and says, "Who is in there? You get out of Nanny Poo Poo's head. You will not get my recipe. Move out. Get out."
So I couldn't use my bardic inspiration to,
No, well, first of
result.
how would you use your bardic inspiration?
Well, I
That it
can,
worked.
yeah, I can drop results.
Does that work on
I,
saving throws?
Yes, I believe so. Let me check, please.
Oh, I mean, and that's fair.
Yes, ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Or saving throw. Yeah. So
Yes,
go ahead. Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah. So
1d8.
okay, go
and
ahead.
it was a 15.
And it was a
Seven,
15, and
minus
you were a 7.
7.
Yeah. So definitely, there's a moment that you'll all hear this. Who is in there? Who is in there? Could you please make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Yes.
Okay, that's gonna save you. So, you take 5. You take 5 psychic damage
Okay.
Oh,
as as you go deep into the mind. And how do you how do you visualize sort of going into the mind? Is it a flickering of different images? Is it you finding yourself in a mind palace, walking around? How do you visualize exploring a person's mind?
Um, I think I kind of visual myself appearing behind it, and firstly, seeing what's in front of that person, and then I turn and I can see more what's on the back of
Yeah, so
that
images
person's head.
basically.
Yes.
Okay. You are hit immediately by the first of all is the sheer mass of it. As in, you are not looking at a human's lifespan of memories or thoughts or whatever. You are looking at something that is greater than anything you've looked into. This is a mind that is greater than anything that you've delved into. But not only that, there is a presence, a stink of evil on everything. It's you feel almost yourself being caught in these memories of atrocities, of misery, of death, of torture. You can feel within your mind, her mind, almost seeping back into yours. You manage to stop it. You manage to sort of pull away. But there is something in this thing. This is not human. Definitely not. This is incredibly inhuman.
I would probably
So,
briefly stumble
yeah.
down
So,
and scream, "Burn it!" and
and you
cast
fall.
a blast at it. Like,
Yeah. So you
no,
fall backwards into Inete's arms, who's just behind you. And so what did you do? What did you say?
burn it.
You said just
Burn
burn
it
it.
and casting, yeah.
Okay. At which point? So I'm going to ask each and one of you to tell me what you're going to do, and then we'll roll for the. Well, basically, you have one preparation. I don't really. Well, no, because you knew that this was coming, right? You knew you were all preparing.
Oh,
So
we were all very much on
you were
edge,
very hold
yeah.
on. So let's not call this. I'm gonna give you one preparation round. Let's call it the sort of surprise round, and then we'll see what, and I'll let you know what happens.
Yeah, like by the way, because she was asking a question, and I understand, yeah, Sorsha dived into her mind,
Hmm.
but I mean, she was still asking a question, and it probably took a little bit of time, so Gil would have had some time to answer that,
Oh yeah, yeah,
or
go
to
ahead. Yeah,
say something too.
sorry about that.
So can you repeat what she? Oh yeah, she was talking about eating with her or something. To which Gil would probably have said, um, "We do appreciate the offer, but don't bother for us. We do have our own food. We do not want to impede on your
Okay.
food."
Right. So this is the order that things happen. She had asked, so she was sort of skinning this lizard,
Yeah.
She had asked Vroon to go get her some water from the well, basically.
Mhm.
And as you answer that, you're going, "Oh no, we do not need." Said, "Oh, you have your own. Will you? Maybe you share. You put in the. Hey, who is that in Nani Pupu's head? You get out. You get out now. That is not polite." And that's when Sorsha stumbles backwards. Her eyes open in fright. She's in pure panic mode. She's just seen um
We don't
the
know what
horror.
she's seen.
You haven't seen, no, but she's seen something. She's been spooked by a ghost.
Yeah.
Ineta is holding her, wondering what's going on. And so what do you, quick fire. What do you Heinrich, what do you do?
Well, I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray on level 3.
Okay.
I
You want to use that second cruel shift on that?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll roll again.
Okay. So yeah, let's before actually I should have said because all of this is happening at the same time. So you casting Scorching Ray immediately, right? You just go right in for the kill.
Hey, Sorsha said burn it, I burn it.
Okay, burn it, and you're going, yes, burn.
Finally.
Gale, what are you doing?
Gale is going to cast Spirit Guardians in preparation.
Nice. Okay. Vroon?
Charge.
Okay, so you charge in. Okay, so the actually she is not necessarily surprised. She was kind of waiting for everybody. So you know what? Let's roll for let's roll for initiative
and finish on that.
And yes, we're gonna definitely finish on that. But I will give you one last thing before we move forward. Yeah, so all of you roll for initiative. Sorsha, of course. Oh, Vroon!
Very slow.
Okay. Okay, so guys, and I'm actually gonna add in Inete before we do this. Because
Nana poo poo.
Yes, but this is what we wanted to do, which is now that you've seen all of your initiatives, right? We wanted to make we wanted to test a homebrew rule with regards to initiative, which is that you would be able to move up or down your initiative according to your initiative bonus. So no, you could only move down. Sorry, you can only move down. So Sorsha, you have your initiative bonus is +3, I think. +2.
+4.
Yeah.
+4.
4, maybe. I don't know.
It's written
yes,
+4 behind
yes,
your
because
initiative.
So basically, you would be able to drop your initiative down to 16 if you wished.
Although you created, so it had to be 4.
Yeah.
No, actually, no. What was it? You would drop it to 20, basically.
Yeah, to 20.
To 20. So you can drop it. You can basically decide how much of your bonus, your initiative bonus, you put it on. Again, we're fine tuning it. We'll discuss it at length. Do you want to change?
No, because that makes perfect sense. I mean, I shot first, literally.
Yes. Okay, fair enough. And I'm going to roll for Nanny Poo Poo, for Nanny here. But I am going to show
and the monkeys.
And the monkeys. There we go.
I'll probably say that not only do I have wide open eyes, but I'm probably have clothes because my ring is off and I'm spooked, so I probably have clothes now.
What do you mean clothes?
Claws.
Oh, claws, right, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe not claws, but yeah, very, very pointy and sharp nails.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Okay.
I would suggest that everyone uses their turn to at least get in like aura within 10 feet of Rune.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
as we're going to I mean, should we it is should we do the first turn of combat right now or later?
Let's do all the
Let's
combat next
next
Yeah.
time, I
time.
would say.
However, what I do say is that so sorry about those rolls, Heinrich, but please take back that chronal shift then.
Okay.
The thing is, Nani Pupu's shape, as you might have detected, the changes to something that Sorsha you see in the mind. You mentioned you saw the person.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course it's a hag.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh god, no, I don't.
And on that note, we're going to end the session there, as I had prepared so much
I mean, actually,
stuff with Nani Poo and you just decided to burn it.
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
mean, look, it's an old woman with a pot and lots of skulls lying right outside her door, and like,
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. Plus, Rune literally has a ring that can is like a lie detector, you know? Oh god, this
I
is
don't know
going.
what she lied about, but none of the story made sense anyway. Like,
Yeah, nah.
oh yeah, no, I collected skulls after the Therafolk got them, and then I brought them back here inside as a sign of respect. So I put them in front of the door in big piles, and like
Uh-huh.
you could not be more full of shit.
She could be batshit crazy.
Yeah, well, then still.
Mm,
We
I
dealt
more expected a hag. Uh,
we dealt with enough batshit crazy in Waterdeep. I think that we're used to batshit crazy, so
true enough.
Yeah.
and I'm still impressed that Gale is like the most chill of them all. Like, yeah, of course we have our own meal, and yeah, no problem, burn it. Spirit Guardian. You're like, that's again like you have the two people that are panicking, Sorsha and Heinrich, like burn. Vroondomon is like, oh yes, and you got still have Gale who just says like, okay, well, protect myself and let's do this.
um,
Oh, Spirit Guardians is more than protect myself.
Oh, I'm pretty sure, but still, Jesus, this is gonna be a fun fight. But I think we need it
um,
after many episodes of talking.
yeah, well, definitely.
What
So I
about
actually
hags for fiends?
just sorry?
I thought hags for fiends.
They are not. They are Fey. That is why
Huh.
you did not detect anything with divine sense. Which I specifically looked up because I knew that you were gonna
Oh.
do this shit.
Wait, but I guess like I'm probably like maybe it's different like different kinds of hags or something because I know that like there's a bunch of hags in
They're,
lower
Well,
planes that are definitely fiends.
they
are we
are
still
Fey. They're unseelie, but they are Fey.
are we still recording?
Yeah,
Yes,
totally.
we are still recording.
Okay.
I just need to get this down quickly. So Heinrich, you said Scorching Ray. Gale, you said Spirit Guardians. Vroon, you said
Yeah.
Charge.
Ah,
I seriously need to teach
And
haste.
what are and Sorsha, what do you be doing? Recovering from your shock?
Um, I well, I'm hesitating because
Okay. Well, you did
no,
not.
she would go for full damage, so dissonant whispers.
Okay.
Um,
That is logged in. That way we can go on for next time. We will know exactly what we're doing. Okay. Um thank you for this, guys. Again, I think the fun's about to come on. We're finally gonna get to a battle.
Are you saying we roleplay too much in a role-playing game?
No, never too much, never too much. But yes, Dungeons and Dragons. I've heard somewhere that Dungeons and Dragons was about combat.
Eh.
So again, thank you for this evening. It got a bit intense. I was not the best at tracking all of people's talking, and I apologize for that. But
We
yeah,
got there.
we got there.
Yeah.
We got
we
there.
got there. It was really fun and some character development for everyone.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
fun.
So, for those watching, thank you. This one's gonna be interesting, I think. This one's definitely gonna be interesting to watch. And hopefully the next one will be as well, as you take on the hag Nani Poo and her her pretties flying towards you.
Yeah, full Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
full
look.
Wizard of Oz combat.
There,
Yeah.
there's the other ones.
Yes. Oh, actually, I forgot one up here.
Oh, jeez, it's a lot.
Yep. There's quite a few of them.
See all of them.
Shoot them up.
Okay.
They're flying. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. On that note, thank you for watching. Thank you for playing, and we'll see you next time. Oh, and if you haven't watched them all of the interviews are up now. I've interviewed all four of you.
Ooh.
No.
Oh no, wait, no, I
No.
haven't.
I was just gonna
No,
say,
exactly,
No.
no. I keep.
I'm
I
subscribed.
I am going to be sleeping on the couch tonight. I know it. We're gonna make sure that we get Gale's interview up and running as soon as possible.
You get a one pass, but that's only because tomorrow is your birthday. Well, actually, happy birthday.
Yeah, it's already time.
Okay.
Yes, now you know why I pushed you to play for another 5 minutes. Okay, guys, thank you. Take care, and we'll play for you next time.